morning, everybody. We are here with another episode. I got to get into it. Listen, there's a lot that we're going to discuss today. We're going to get into Carl Crawford, new artist, Erica Banks. Then we're going to get into Nick Cannon. And then we're going to get into Meghan Thee Stallion and Troy, okay? Tory Lanez. I said Troy. Troy Lanez. We're going to get into his short tail. We got to get into this video. So first on the topic at hand, let's look at Erica Banks, artist. Now, she have been out and about doing her music. She's out here touring in Memphis, doing no mask on, first and foremost. And they out in Memphis. They're just out doing stuff, right? You already know. So let me play this video a little bit. This is something.
You're gonna drive the boat. Come on, sweetie. Come on. I got you. Come on.
Oh, that was real gentle.
I got you.
Oh, you drunk that too cute. You drunk that.
So it was some shade in these comments. Let me read these comments. She needs to slap her hairstylist, someone said, who played in her hair like that. Let me see. Jess Hilarious wrote a comment saying she need to rub elbows with a new stylist. She put that in there. So everybody was just throwing shade at her all on Instagram, all on it. They're saying that she need a new stylist. Sis, you know, she just get started. She ain't got the money like that to get a new stylist. So she just got started on 1501. So she just got signed like about a couple of months ago. So she don't have the money for a new stylist. Well, they have been dragging her all through the Instagram street. So Nick Cannon got caught up in some controversy because he said black people are the original the Hebrewites. Oh, is it Hebrew? The Hebrewites? We're the original Hebrew. I think he said we're the original Hebrew. But anywho, he had got fired from Farrakhan. They fired him for his controversial remarks. And also he was bringing up Farrakhan. And you already know when you break him up and you know you're going to lose that white corporate job. So everybody has been talking about what is Nick Cannon's response, and he wrote a lengthy response on Facebook. And I want to read the only paragraph. I'm going to read only a paragraph of that response. You can read the full response on his Facebook page. So let me screen share this, and this is what he said. By now, I'm the one making demands. I demand full ownership of my $1 billion Wild 'N Out brand that I created, and they will continue to misuse and destroy without my leadership. I demand that the hate and backdoor bullying cease while we're at it. Now that the truth is out, I demand the apology. So you see how he put that out. That was on his page. He wrote a lengthy statement on Instagram. They posted on Instagram, but this is off his Facebook, right? A lengthy statement. I mean, he was quoting Malcolm X. The media is the most powerful entity on earth. It will have you hating the people being oppressed and loving the people doing the oppressing. Make the innocent guilty and the guilty innocent. So this is what he wrote. So he had wrote this entirely lengthy statement. And then also too, he quoted Dr. King: we must learn to grow together as brothers or we will perish together as fools. So you see that. So he had wrote a lengthy statement on it on Facebook. So everybody had like mixed reactions. Some people say he was right. Some people say he was wrong. I'm gonna just say this: they went and they post. A lot of people say, "Why would you take?" You just got to be careful what you say when you have these big corporations. You can say what you want to say, but it will be repercussions. First and foremost, you own $1 billion brand. They don't want to offend the Jewish community. So you could be right, but in the sense of should you say it and lose your job and lose your bag, I would have never said no comments like that until I have full ownership of Wild 'N Out. Now, if he had full ownership of Wild 'N Out, we can go shop it, but it's not too many black-owned networks. I just think Nick Cannon now, I think he probably needs to get into the mindset of owning his own network and owning his own, I think he got his own production company, right? But when you are part of these people, are part of this brand, a lot of stuff is going to be said. A lot of stuff is going to be misinterpreted. I don't think he said nothing wrong, but of course, I'm not an expert. Some people, I was reading some comments from people in the Jewish community. They said, oh, he should be fired. That was wrong to say. It was controversy. I didn't agree with it. Some say, oh, he told the truth. I'm riding with Nick Cannon. He should have never been fired. He literally dragged the entire organization over there. He dragged everybody at Viacom. He dragged the owner. He dragged. He was naming different people's names. He was saying y'all literally. And then another piece in that statement, he said he financed Wild 'N Out with his own money. And him financing Wild 'N Out with his own money, he will want for ownership. But my thing is that if you finance Wild 'N Out with your own money, how did they get ownership of that? Did you give it away for a big check? So it's more to this story. Do I feel like he should be fired? No. Do I feel like he should be suspended with pay until they investigate the entire situation? I would say yes. So we can get to the bottom of the story. Yes, let's let him get suspended. Let's see what's being said. Let's see how them comments are. But if he's found not to be guilty, then don't fire him, right? Just investigate, because they already, you don't even necessarily have to spend him with pay, because Wild 'N Out is not even taping new episode. Everybody is on hiatus. So my thing is this: let's just say if they are firing him, okay, what you gonna do with the show? If you fire him from the show, what's gonna happen with Wild 'N Out? Because the show cannot survive without Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon makes the show. And, Emmanuel Hudson, he was like, leave me out of it. I don't know what to say. I'm trying to find his comments. Give me a second if I can find what he wrote on his Instagram. He wrote some on his Instagram. No, he wrote some on his, let me see if I can find it. Because I know he wrote something. Well, pretty much what Emmanuel Hudson said, he said pretty much he don't know what's going on. He don't know what's going on with the situation. He's going to wait until all the facts come out. So what he's saying is he really don't know. So he really don't know what's going to go on. He don't know if he's going to have a job. But it's really sad, because if he loses his job and they cancel Wild 'N Out, them a lot of people out of job, between cameramans, producers, between everybody. So I don't know. I don't think he should be fired. What I do believe, he needs complete control of the show. He just needs complete control of the show so he can shop the show Wild 'N Out on another network, maybe stream it on YouTube. Whatever he's streaming at, people will watch it because that show have a cult following and people love the show. Now, I'm not a religious expert, so I necessarily can't say, oh, well, he's telling the truth or oh, he's lying. Only thing I can see is what the people are saying, and most people in the Black community say he didn't lie. He told the truth. They need to get it together. Some say he should, but it's like a minority of the people that say he should be fired. But I won't be surprised if they recant that offer and bring him back on the show. So they said, talk about he needs to apologize. Yeah, they're telling him that he should apologize, and he refused to apologize. Because when I went on the neighborhood talk and they were talking about it, and they wrote their statement, they're pretty much saying that he refused to apologize, that he's not going to apologize because he didn't do anything wrong. But of course, he wrote a lengthy statement. And of course, he's getting his PhD and everything like that in school. So we just want to wish him well. He got plenty money, a buku of finances. So he ain't hurt. That's one thing I can say. Ain't nothing. He ain't hurt. He's a multi-millionaire. Okay, CBS America is a conservative network and conservative support Israel. Right. So a lot of people in Israel will feel like we are not the original Israelites. So it's all depends upon. It's not what you say. It's how you say it. What I do think, a conversation with Israel and the African American community, I do believe that we should have a long overdue conversation about what is appropriate to say, what is not appropriate, what is appropriate, and what is not appropriate. I think that we all should come together, Israel and the African American community. We all should come to the table and have a conversation. I do believe a conversation needs to be had, because I want to know, what can you say and what can you not say? That's why I don't get so much in that spirituality and to the religious aspects. And I'd be very cautious on how woke I'm going to be for the greater good, because you could be so woke and you could be losing your jobs, and people be so, oh yeah, you're right. Well, are you going to finance him to do another show so well? So you got to be careful being so woke and you working with people that ain't so woke, right? I'm gonna just say it right then and there. How about they apologize to us for all the ways they portray us on the media, and that necessarily gonna happen. That's why it's important to save your coins, get your own network, and complete your own network. 100% agree that we should have our own network. So I'm reading right here. They said exactly, play it off. The upper so it's claimed that they don't check social media. They intensely can't wait to pounce. So I'm saying right then and there, I'm reading some of y'all comments. My mom has a degree in theology. She said he was right. So he was right. But that's why people that have these degrees need to be more outspoken and come out, make videos, and see what's the point of action. Now, press 1 if you think that they should have fired Nick Cannon. Press 2, they think they should not fire him. Now, if anybody want to speak on this subject, I will drop the link. And anybody that want to speak on this subject, I will drop the link. So press 1 if you think he should be fired. Press 2, you think he should not be fired. Okay? I want to see real quick. Me, I don't think he should be fired because I'm looking at the people in the chat. They're saying that he was right. So I'm going to go by what my people say. They was right. But, you have to, and it was an old podcast. But, and people say, well, why did they bring up his old podcast? Because Nick Cannon is becoming a threat, and he's starting to. He went to Minister Farrakhan's speech. He went there. He went to his when he addressed the nation. And anytime you get close to Minister Farrakhan, they probably been saw that podcast, and they be like, okay, this is the time we shut Nick Cannon down because he's starting to rub elbows with Farrakhan in the nation. So since he's starting to rub elbows with them and start promoting his book, they're starting to bring up that old podcast. Now, mind you, he taped that podcast a while ago. I remember I watched that episode and I didn't see nothing wrong with what he said. But the powers that be, those that control media, felt as though he said something wrong, said something controversial. And the media don't like to mess up their bag because it's all about the money. So I'm going to move that. So I'm going to go to my next topic. And Porsha was arrested yesterday, but she will also release. Is it Yandi Smith? Have been released from jail. Let me show you this. Like, Porsha is out here doing great. Out here in this social media, fighting for justice and equality. I guess they were at a protest yesterday. They were at a protest for Breonna Taylor to bring justice for her, and the police arrest them. So let's see this video.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! Fuck these racist ass police! I said no justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No peace! I got you, man. Wait. No peace! No peace!
So there you go. This is Porsha. She said, it was my pleasure. I love you as always. Praying for you, Mr. Tamika Palmer, the mother of Breonna Taylor. P.S. Thank you for waiting on us to get out. It was heartwarming, exciting, and see your family. And of course, there you go, right in there. A lot of people is saying that Porsha is down with the cause, that she's not doing this for television. She's doing this because she's actually is concerned for what the current condition of Black America, and she is on the front line. She's not playing games. And I wish more celebrities will use their celebrity by going on the streets and bringing awareness to this problem. And she have been on the front lines, and she's not doing this for a crooked view. I really believe that Porsha is fighting for justice and equality for our people. And she know from experience by being a Black woman and the power that she brings, that she's bringing awareness to this issue. And we definitely need justice for Breonna Taylor. And I'm extremely excited to see her she have been doing it consistently out there on the streets, and she's not playing. So I give her, Sis is out there not playing no games, and you got to give her that. So yesterday when she got arrested, everybody was like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" I said she's going to get out because they're going to apply pressure. You got Breonna Taylor, mom, using her power and impact, her connections, and of course they released her. So I'm extremely happy to hear that, and I think that more celebrities should do what Porsha is doing instead of all that drama. All these celebrities that be out here want to pull hair, talk about all this like Nene Leakes and Monique why she want to exercise. What better good exercise than walking and protesting for justice and equality for African American people? So more of a, including myself, should be out there. I don't care if I go out there with a limp. She'd be out there on these streets on the front lines. But also you need those that need to be in media, bring awareness to this problem as well. And speaking about media, I want to give a special shout out to Roland Martin. He has signed a deal with iHeartRadio. So he have his podcast that will be distributed with iHeartRadio. And I also want to give a special shout out with Roland Martin that he did unblock me on Twitter. So his podcast will be distributed and also it will be on radio programs. So I want to give a special shout out to him. He still owns 100% of Roland Martin Unfiltered, but iHeart will also distribute the podcast on their program. So I'm extremely excited for Roland Martin's success, and I wish him nothing but the best. Now, wow. I woke up, and of course, who else is in the media again? The tape has been released of Meghan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez being arrested, and you can see them, and I'm going to play that. LMG, here we go. This is why she should have stayed up Black Tail at home. I don't know, nobody told her to go out there and do it, but look at this. Wow, is that her on the ground arrested with handcuffs on her? That's why it's paid to be at home. And clearly, as you see this, Tory Lanez and also Meghan with handcuffs. This is why it's important to stay at home. This is why it's important to stay at home. This is why this is the price you pay when you're trying to be a girl in the hood in real life. So this is the price that you pay when you're with somebody that know they're not as tall or very short and they want to have a little temper. So clearly we reported on the story that Meghan, TMZ reported that she was a victim. So I don't know if she's been booked or anything. We don't see any, mug shots. But this is the price that you pay. And then also, too, one of my producers sent me a screenshot of Meghan Thee Stallion, one of her hairstylists that used to be a old hairdresser. And he said this, her old hairstylist, his Instagram is IM_Jonathan_. And he wrote this: stop letting people that want to be you get close to you. And he also wrote, Meghan around too many fake MFs that just want to be around. Ain't no real ish. And MF is not built like me at all. MFs know what's really real and genuine. And then he said, I'm just going to run and pray. So he wrote this in response to Meghan. So he feels as though that Meghan is around a lot of fake people. And we all can agree that she is around a lot of fake people. I think that she's doing this to be relevant. But I also believe that Meghan is going to mess up her bags because she have a lot of bags and people are not going to want to endorse you. You got guns, handcuffs, glass throws, your foot cut up. Who want to endorse all of that behavior? That to me is ridiculous. And that's why I'm going to tell you this. To all the makers out in the world, you don't need to be hanging around all those type of people to be relevant. Your music speaks for itself. And what gets me with her, You're literally doing all of this, and look at Erica Banks. Let me see if I can go to Erica Banks. And I keep bringing her up because sis is coming up in these streets. And as soon as you go up, you can be replaced. And every time you're doing this, they're posting her more on the neighborhood talk. Let me see if I can find her page. Okay, you see her right here, right there. Then you see her. This is when she was drinking. I showed y'all that, and this is her. This is her again. 1801. Then this is Erica Banks featuring Lil Migo. She got Sitting Back Loaded. She got a song that's gonna come out July 14th at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that was yesterday. Some stuff came up for her. So she out here working. She is out here working. So while this is when she had a Memphis listening party. So while she's doing this, and of course, this is when she was in the studio. So while Meghan is doing all this, Erica is out here working. While Meghan is out here throwing shade and getting herself arrested or in the hospital, Meghan is out here working and everything like that. But it's nothing wrong, and I agree with you on that, day. It's nothing wrong with being friendly. It's about hanging around the wrong people. That's the problem. And what Meghan have to understand is you are coming up of taking Nicki Minaj's spot. You are coming up to taking the hottest rapper spot or the Cardi B spot. And while you're getting deterred, other women that are hungry, they are still creeping up. So don't think you can be replaced. Look, everybody thought Cardi was the one to take Nicki Minaj's spot, and she got distracted. She had a baby, and then she's getting distracted on social media. And like she's more concerned about an Instagram post than releasing real music. So while she's concerned about an Instagram post and posted on Instagram, sis haven't released no new music in about 8 months. And while she's doing that, here we go. Everybody that's listening and everything, they were like, Cardi, where you at? Now the conversation is Meghan, Cupcake, who else is up and about? Dream Doll, not Dream Doll, but the other white girl. It's like so many rappers that are out there. And when I tell you, if you're not paying attention and working hard, people will come up and steal your spot. And what Meghan is doing, she's getting distracted. She will be replaced. So Meghan released a record. But Doja Cat is up. All these rappers are up, and also you got to be concerned with Erica Banks because Erica Banks is creeping up. She's getting real sneaky. She is creeping up. And 1501, they definitely wanted to be on there. And when you're focusing on dudes and liquor, and then I was watching Millie for my radio, they were saying that Megan Thee Stallion probably had an alcohol problem, that she's a drunk. And of course, they were playing clips when she did when she was on Moneybagg Yo Instagram. He pretty much was telling her about her alcohol addiction. So when I tell you in this episode, and I will open up the phone lines, that she was on her way of replacing Nicki. But if she don't get it right, you won't be able to replace Nicki if you keep going to jail and glass, because Nicki ain't getting arrested. Nicki is still out here getting out hits. So everybody is saying that, Meghan is this drunk. That's what I'm hearing in the street. They said she's a drunk. And a lot of people say she started to drink like that after her mom died. But is that excuse to be a drunk? And we see many drunks out here in these YouTube streets. So I don't want to see all this stuff that she's doing. They're saying that she's a drunk. I don't know why I said it with that much power, but that's what they said out here in these streets. And they said she loved to drink. So give me a second if anybody want to call in and give their opinion about the situation. And people's like, well, Wiley, she ain't taking Nicki Minaj's place. I think she was up and next in line to take it. It's a lot of people that's up in line to take Nicki Minaj's spot. Nobody have really, I would say, have taken Nicki's spot right now because Nicki had that number one hit. So Nicki is still on her throne. But let me tell you this, if they don't get their stuff together, they will take that spot. And that's period, point blank. That's what I have to keep real here. And what gets me, and if you can't control your liquor, Meghan, you need to stop drinking. Because this, what we're talking about you in the media,
your show will go live in 5
music,
seconds.
and
4,
we should not be talking about
3,
your criminal
2,
behavior.
1.
Getting arrested, bullet holes in your foot.
Rock Talk Radio.
Listen to glass. We should not be going through these type of things. So with that being said, get it together. So give me a second. If anybody want to call in, I do have the number open. So if anybody want to give their opinion, and I'm just keeping it real. And if you don't like what I say, you always want them to call in. But Nicki ain't gonna be on here forever. Nicki not gonna be the queen forever. Nicki not gonna be on top forever. Kim wasn't on top forever. Queen Latifah wasn't on top forever. Lauryn Hill wasn't on top forever. So it will not be Foxy Brown wasn't on top forever. Trina was never on top. So you will never be on top forever. And that's just me being real. Everybody have their day of being replaced. And Nicki is definitely is fastly approaching. And that's my personal opinion. A lot of these women have substance abuse problem, if we're being honest. Absolutely. I agree with you on that. A lot. That's what I'm saying. Even you even see, Dream Doll is coming up, even Asian Doll. Now I don't think too much Asian Doll coming up because I don't see what she's doing relevant. But Erica Banks is out here with some dope records. Cupcake, she's out here. She wants the spot. The CD girls want the spot. And so I'm not trying to throw shade. Did I throw some shade at Trina? Because Trina, after she got canceled with her comments, you don't see her on Instagram. Let me see the last time. Because once Trina got in trouble for her comments, you don't hear that much from Trina no more. Once Trina, when she said those comments about that looting and stuff, they pretty much canceled her just that quick. And now she's out here. Now, the last time you see her post was on June 22nd. And then she had to go out there and do a peace walk. Because mama got canceled that quick. Because she got caught up in some controversy. And when I tell you this, you got to keep it real. You definitely got to keep it real. Shade, but Trina music hasn't really been relevant since 2000. LL Cool had a long relevant rap career. Even he's not out here anymore. Period. And we telling the truth. Ain't nobody checking for no Trina. Somebody said something about Trina. Ain't nobody who checking. Ain't nobody checking for no Trina. Trina have not been relevant in a long time. And you know what? That's what it really is. And I know a lot of people were saying that, hey, Wiley, I think you obsessed with, somebody said, I'm obsessed with Nicki and I'm obsessed with Cardi. No, they really said I was obsessed with Cardi, saying that I'm Cardi B fan. I'm not obsessed with any of these people. So what? I talk about these people every day. I'm obsessed with successful folks, period. I talk about people that's popping. I talk about people that is relevant. So if you say that I'm obsessed, then you can say obsessed. Just like we had an exclusive video and we had Mob Radio on the channel, and Mob Radio was responding to what people had to say about her. Because we asked the question, is Mob Radio obsessed with Cardi B? And of course, Mob Radio, shout out to Millie, she called into the show because there was so many people saying so many negative things. And we did that show and we got the exclusive. And she called in and it was commentary. And she was talking about the lady that got the 3 braids and a big forehead. And it was like a big thing. But she did call in and she expressed how she feel. Because so many people were saying that, she's obsessed. And me as a blogger, and that's a popular topic. And of course, I was in a group and they were keep telling me why I'm in this group and I'm around somebody that's obsessed with Cardi. I had a conversation and we proved that lady wrong, because then that lady was saying, hey, she is upset. And I said, no, she's not. So then when the lady with the 3 braids and the big forehead, she, Millie said what she had to say. And I welcomed her on the show, and then I called in. And I said, why not call into the show, and why not call in the number on the screen? Sis did not want to call in. Sis wanted to just say what she wanted to say. And Millie called in and she said what she said. And so it was a big thing. Last 41063, calling you on the air. Last 41063, you live on the air. Hello. So if you're calling in, the number is 646-716-8447. We have a caller. Okay, call back. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
It's been a while since I called you main page. This for Connie. All right. So I want to talk about the whole Meghan situation. Now, I liked Meghan when she first came out. When she came out with the what's that song? The very first song that blew her up. Not the song with Nicki, but the other one.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
You talk about Meghan? Well, I'm not really too much into what her first record that she came out with that was popping. I don't know.
Yes, before she did the song with Nicki. Of that song, but then I started seeing her move shady, and then I'm from Houston, and then I seen what she did to Carl Crawford, and then just the other stuff and the sneak dissing that she doing with Cardi. So I stopped being a fan of her then. Mm-hmm. Now I don't think that she's gonna I don't think she's gonna replace Nicki. At first, I was hoping that Cardi could do it, but Cardi had already said she don't care. She don't care about music business. All she wanted was her money and her family. She got her family and she got her money, so she really don't care if the label, because she has music, but the label just not putting it out. And I doubt that she cares if they do put it out, because she has everything that she wanted. I don't think Nicki is gonna have another person replacing her anytime soon. I think Nick is going to fulfill her contract, and still at that point, it still want to be a female to replace her. It's probably going to be the same thing from when Kim's situation. It was years before Nicki came along. I think that's going to happen again once Nicki finally says, because
everybody that's coming up. Oh yeah, Big Old Freak was that's what you're talking about. Because I remember. I think that was one of her hits. I think that when it came out, that was really popping before she connected with all these other artists. But I just think every artist that get close to Nicki or get close to her said they do something and they slip up and they mess up. They're not as consistent enough. Cardi was that person, had that fire, but then she died down when she had her baby, and she's not as relevant in music sense anymore, right? She's relevant on social media, but musically she haven't came out something lately.
Cardi had made a post, and I had commented. I'm like, really, Cardi? It seems like you're going back to just being an Instagram person. Like, come on, well, where's the music? So, absolutely. And then another thing, the reason I think that Nicki will not have nobody to take the torch and carry it is because nobody is getting groomed the way they was groomed back up in the day. They basing it off of your social media presence. Oh, okay, well, we're going to take her and whatever hit she put out, and then after that, we're going to throw her away. So that's why I believe that Nicki is not going to have nobody to come in and continue her reign. You get what I'm saying?
Right, because even with, if you would even look at that part, right, Erica Banks, I think that is doing incredible well with music. She's going on tour. When I say tour, letting people know who she is in the South. She was in Atlanta. Then last night she was in Memphis. So I think,
and that's good.
I think she's on the right path.
I don't want her to fall into the same trap that Meghan.
Exactly.
Meghan is doing a lot on social media now. People know her now for what? Twerking, drinking, driving boats. That's all people know her for. And then, of course, her...
Because...
You know, and then, of course, her music, it hit for some people, and then it don't hit for others. So, you know, and then the lies that she continuing to tell. So, I mean, I'm just hoping the Erica Banks chick, if she is next, I hope she do not fall into that whole social media thing. Like you said, let the talent speak for it.
Absolutely.
Just came out. Because I looked on your page and I seen you was promoting this. I'm like, who is this? And I went and I listened to it. And I love the beat. You know, I'm from Houston, so if the beat is hard, we feeling it.
Yes.
It's knocking.
And let's be clear here about Erica Banks. You know the sound from Texas that they sound the same because you're from that part, correct? Don't they have like that similarities?
Yeah. It's like they pulled her beat straight from Texas, straight from the old school Texas days.
So that's why
they put Texas on the map.
Okay, so that's why you would think that Meghan Thee Stallion and Erica sound the same because they're from Texas and they have that same sound. That's how they pronounce words and how they deliver they rap, just like Florida. Florida got that same Kaya, you know that Florida sound, or New Orleans, like a New Orleans rapper got that New Orleans sound. So it all depends upon where you at. But do you think that Meghan is messing up herself right now? It's too early with all the bullets and bullets in her foot?
Megan started messing up herself a long time ago. Forget right now. Megan was doing good once her mother died. And then, you know, that's when people started, like people that, you know, paying attention. That's when people started seeing, okay, something a little off. And I understand, you know, she went through the whole thing, you know, her mother passing and everything, but don't throw the people away to help you get to where you at now. Because let's be honest, if it wasn't for Carl Crawford, she'll still be an underground artist. Let's just keep it real. And for her to be, sorry to say this term, but shitting on him right now and throwing him to the wolves and looking at him like that, speaks a lot about her, you know, character, and it's slowly coming out.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
I love Tory, but come on now, like his image is not good. You know.
Well, thank you so much. Let me move to this next caller.
All right.
0800 caller, you on air.
Fuck my radio, Millie's a bitch.
What? And even why would you even call in from a Chicago number with that? But anyhow, when I hear people that say that, even with the lady, she probably the one that got the 3 braids and the big forehead, y'all. she probably the one with the 3 braids and the big forehead. But when people come at my radio, they don't have that energy when my radio is on the line, though. It's always a hater on the line. Always. She probably the one with the big forehead and the 3 braids, you know, because that hit hard. But if you are a my radio fan, drop a bomb in the comments. So let me see if we got any Millie fans in the comments. Because these people, they be trying to throw shade at Mob Radio and they lose at every turn. You know what I'm saying? They lose at every turn. They lose at every single turn. I'm about to be messy. Okay, let me see in here. There we go. Let it be known. Let it be known. Your call it be off the hook. Yes, it be off the hook. Come on through. Sure. Why? And I'm like, but this is the thing though. They have that energy for that. Y'all the big 4 of the 3 blades. She needs a channel. Definitely. Child, like when they come at it. Okay. Man, I'll tell you what, people be hated. When she came on the show yesterday, not a soul called in to challenge her. And I'm like, if you're saying all this stuff about her, call in. Not a soul. Not one person called in when she was on the line. Now, one person called in the show when she had called in. Now, one person, when she called in, and see, if you had that energy when she on the line, that's when you call in and express how you feel, but she didn't. So while you sitting here doing all that shade, that ain't no real shade unless you doing it for real when she on the line. And I'm just keeping it 100% real. Because with me, if I have a problem with somebody, I don't mind hitting that link or call it in. If somebody say I have a big forehead, 3 braids, oh, best believe I'm letting it be known. And like when people do that, I be looking like, what the world? Why is y'all coming at people like that? I'm looking like, what? But again, I say this humbly. Meghan, sis, you listen to Brother Wiley. Slow down, because you're moving too fast. And I thought she had posted something. And then when we saw that video of her in your bikini and your underwear and all that type of stuff getting arrested, I'm like, is this really real? And I did listen to Girls in the Hood, and I kind of liked the record. I listened to it for like a lot of time. I didn't like Tory Lanez records. Like that album wasn't my cup of tea. I'm going to just be real with you. I listened to it a little bit. I did not like it. So when I got up on that live, I said, I'm not really feeling it. Somebody sent me, they was like, can you play the song? And I played it on my cell phone. I listened to it over and over. I said, I'm really not feeling his music because I'm so tired of these R&B artists with that certain sound that they give me. Look like it's too much auto-tune, or they trying to sound like a rap singer instead of like singing. I'm more so in a groove of singing instead of, you know what I'm saying, like auto-tune stuff. That's the type of music I like. I like the real music. I don't like the tuning up type of music like that. Like, I really want you to sing. You know what I mean? Now, somebody just DM me somehow. I'm obsessed with Cardi B. Like, come on now. Stop it. Don't even DM me that foolish stuff, because call in. Why do you think I'm obsessed with Cardi B? So a lot of people say, oh, you obsessed with Armand. They used to say that, but I haven't talked about that man in forever. But even if I do bring him up, it's my business. Who gonna check me? Who gonna check me because I bring up somebody that's relevant? Okay. Talk about, oh, you up? So what? I can say what I want to say. This is the Wiley Show. If you don't like it, you can go. Okay. If you don't like it, you can go. Oh, you upset? If you don't like it, leave. Because last time I checked, I talk about people that's relevant, hot. I ain't talking about all these other bloggers like the Scorpion Show. They ain't been popping since whatever. I ain't talking about just the J. He ain't been popping since whatever. I talk about bloggers or people that's relevant and that is popping today. And it's my show, it's my voice, my mic, my speaker, my nostrils, my tonsils. I can say what I want to say. I'm like, come on. Oh gosh. Oh wait. Now they trying to talk about us. Stop it.
Exclusive. That's right. Bringing you the best in politics and celebrity gossip. This is the Wiley Show.
Y'all need to listen to that, okay?
Don't go. Keep it going.
Yes. Okay. We are live on the Wiley Show. Somebody said Ashley the mama. Let's go to the phone line. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hi, Wiley.
Hey.
I love your show.
Go
I'm
ahead.
not trying to hate on you, but I just had to like that bomb. That sounds like Abraham Lincoln's gun going off. I don't like that. It's that. But I love you, Wiley, so much. I love your show. I've been meaning to call in, but that's all I wanted to say. You have a good day.
Okay. Oh, they said it sound like a Dollar Tree. Yo, that's that Abraham Lincoln. I cannot with y'all. I can't. Wait a minute. Wait. So y'all don't like my sound? OMG. I cannot. Well, this is the Wiley Show. So we say y'all is really letting me have it in these comments, okay? Oh, gosh. Ooh, wait. They said something like Abraham Lincoln good. Y'all is crazy. But nevertheless, we thank y'all for listening to the show. Oh, gosh. Okay. Every once in a while. Thank y'all for that. All right. Just triggered about the bushes. Now, and I say this humbly, no matter what people say about you, never stop believing in yourself. And I say this humbly. Because like when people come at me hard, I says, nevertheless, what people say about you, don't stop. Don't stop. Believe in yourself. Excuse me. And I definitely say that humbly. So I'm looking at the comments really quickly. Thank you so very much for those people that are commenting. Shout out to y'all. Thank you. I think that's great that we having this conversation, and we definitely going to have a lit day today. I want y'all to have a good time today. It's going to be fun. Okay. So I'm going to have to find out how you get a better sound effects, because my producers gave me this one. They said, send Meghan a voice note. Let me send Meghan a voice note. Let me pray for her foot. Let me pray for her foot. Let me pray for her foot. Let me send Meghan a voice note. Let me see. Let me send her a voice note. Father God, Lord, heal you, Meghan. I'm asking God to heal you completely. And your body, heal that foot, Lord. Watch over the doctors that they sew that wound on her sole of her foot. Lord, watch over. Dry up that addiction of alcohol in the name of Jesus. In Jesus' name I pray. Thank God, amen. Meghan, I had to pray to the Father about you. Whatever you're going through, just get on your knees and pray. Stop the twerking and give God praise. Praise him right then and now. If you have to hop on one leg, hop on one leg. Oh, my, glory, Meghan. And whatever you do, give God the praise. In Jesus' name I pray. Thank God. Amen. I felt that right then and there. I felt it right then. And I felt that prayer. How many people believe in that prayer? If you believe in that prayer, say, I believe. Yes. You gotta go I was talking about one for my own daily conversation. Nevertheless, everybody talking about get a better one. If you got a better one for me, send me an email. Send it to my DM. If you got a better one, send it to my DM and everything like that. You're more than welcome. Send it to my DM, and I'll be glad for that. Anonymous, you live on the air. Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Oh, great.
Drop some bombs, Wiley. Forget what them people talking about. How your bombs sound. Drop some bombs, Wiley. I just had a call in.
Okay.
The number one show on YouTube.
Yes.
The hottest show on YouTube.
Yeah, what do you have to say?
The one that breaks all the exclusives on YouTube. I love your channel. I ran across your channel watching, I think it was Armand Williams.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you.
But I love your YouTube channel. I love your energy. I love your personality. And I just want to call in and, and Meghan Thee Stallion. Listen, I'm from Mississippi, okay?
Okay.
Meghan is a real chick from the South. That's why she's acting like that, okay?
Really?
Yes.
So
that's how some of them Southern girls act. We act like that. We don't give a damn about. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
We don't care about what people say.
What you're telling? So you drink like that. So you drink like Meghan because you from the South.
No, I don't drink like that. Yeah, you don't have to drink like that to have a good time. I'm just saying that Meghan is a Southern girl. She's a girl from the South.
I feel you.
We love turning up. We love to party. We like to twerk out. We like doing all that.
Yes.
But you got to realize.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Meghan Young too, and like people said, she did lose her mother, so she is in this industry by herself. What she really need, though, to be honest with it, is someone to sit her down and mentor her before she mess her career up.
Facts. I agree because I don't want to see that happening. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Bye. Okay, all right. 646-716-8447. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hey, Wiley, I'm sorry. I had to call back in once she said that pop Southern females act. No. No, Meghan is from Houston. I'm from Houston too. No. Please don't put that on all Southern females because we do not act like that.
Uh-oh.
That's all I want to say.
So what you mean? What did she? But you don't think so that y'all have that type of attitude?
No. No, that's just like putting us in the box. Every female do not act like that.
So that's what you believe, because
and that's just what it is.
Wow. So you're saying that every female is not a drunk or aggressive, man friendly.
Thank you. That's exactly what I'm saying. Every female is not a drunk. Every female do not just walk around twerking and shaking their behind.
Well, one of my friends told me Southern women are more easier than Northern women. Is there any truth
what do
to
you
that?
Mean?
Like they're more easier to give up the draws or give up their cookies, let a man come stay with them.
I mean,
they're saying,
really?
I had a friend that said Southern women, he got it more easy.
Because I could have sworn, what's her name? Mariah Lynn? Ain't she from New York?
Yeah.
Right? And how many people did she bang on the show? And they was friends. Okay, so don't do that. Because, we can throw it out there. Is it a certain type of group of females that act a certain way? Yes, but that's the type. It don't matter where you from. Every state, every city have females that act like Meghan. Okay. Every state, every city have females that act like Beyonce. Every state, every city have females that act, so don't just put one part of the world, like the United States of the world, into one box. No.
I feel you on that.
Because I can go down the list with it. Mariah Lynn. What's the other girl name? The one with the blue hair that hangs with Mariah?
Oh wow! So you go down the list, name
yeah,
the people.
Yeah. Do we have to take it down to Okay, that's it for that's not it for New York, but that's all I can think about. Oh, what's that other chick? She's not on the New York franchise. Okay, so I'm gonna leave her out of it. But that's just too off top. That's been on TV for a while, and I can't think of everybody else's name because I stopped watching Love and Hip Hop 2 years ago. So I can only imagine the type of people that's on there now.
Okay. So, wow. Okay. Well, because somebody said on stereotype, but one of my friends did tell me that. I don't know because I'm single and I don't do anything because we're quarantined and I don't think this is the right time to be dating. So, okay. So I don't know. I'm in the house chilling, talking about, these celebrities. But I meant to ask you that yesterday. I mean, or because you didn't call in yesterday. But I don't know if you watched Millie on Mob Radio, but do you think that she's obsessed with Cardi B? Because that was like a big controversial topic. Because I got thousands of comments regarding that I couldn't even show because it was cussing. I do think that Mob
Radio is obsessed with Cardi B. I think it started off as what she said, the whole Tasha and Cardi, lawsuit, and she was trolling Cardi, in order to help Tasha K. But then once she signed on with Ra, it became a obsession. I do believe that.
Wow. Because
I believe that because Cardi can do something, or somebody that Cardi know can do something, and Mob Radio will always take it to Cardi. But let's just say somebody that knows Nicki do something, she'll be like, "Oh no, Nicki don't have nothing to do with that," or "Ra don't have nothing to do with that." But same situation can happen with Cardi, and she putting everything on Cardi. So yeah, she has an obsession now. I think it started off at one thing and manifested into something else.
Because with me, I challenged that because I said, Cardi is a very, very controversial topic and a trending topic that she be in the news a lot of time. Is it an obsession, or is it that Cardi's in the news every day and we could talk about Cardi?
Right. But she be finding stuff. Cardi don't even have to be up in the news for her to go and find something. She could find something 3 years ago. Hey, do y'all remember this right here?
Wow.
And make it a topic.
Wow. So you're
wow. I mean, and we do. I mean, a lot of people can't agree that her following got increased because of Cardi. It's Cardi haters. So, I'm just gonna leave it like that. And
all right. Well, thank you for calling in. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. All right. So, because a lot of people were in my comments, and it was a lot of aggressive, nasty comments that me and my producers, we couldn't show. And because it was a lot of nasty comment, a lot of the Cardi fans comment on the video that we chose not to show because it was aggressive. So what I did, I told my producer, okay, we're not going to show these comments because these comments are too aggressive. They're too nasty to show publicly. So what we decided to do is, I said, well, we had a phone lines open up. So if anybody want to call in to express, but don't say nothing as aggressive or as nasty or vulgar, because a lot of people had said some nasty comments, a lot of curse words. So you may go on a video, you might see 5 comments, but what I can see on my option is comments that's held for review. We have hundreds, in some cases, thousands comments that we held for review, and it'll be a lot of nasty words. So people are saying it while interesting. They said, why Ali? Many people say I'm mad because I didn't get signed with Ali, but I would say this. I never auditioned to be on It's On Site on Station Head. I never auditioned. Now, if I would audition to be on It's On Site, then you could say I'm upset because I didn't get invited. But I never sent an audition tape. And if I would have sent an audition tape, I would have released to the public. If I would have auditioned, of course, I would have been on Station because I think I have a better personality than that previous guy had. You know what I'm saying? Previous guy had. So I would have been so much better. My personality, my timing, and everything else there. But like I told my producers, I'm not going to go on a show and be anti-anybody because I love Cardi. I love Nicki. I love Dream Doll. I love Asia Doll. I love Cupcake. I love City Girls, Kim, Trina, Foxy, Missy Elliott. I love all female MCs, right? I get a different take, even Eve. So is it Eva or Eve? It's Eva. Is it Eve? I think it's Eve. Eve. So many others that I like to listen to. So thank you all for y'all love and for y'all support because it is great live. So I did not audition because I have my own show. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a one-man show. And I know me, I flip-flopped, as they say. And I probably would have flipped on the ride if she would have came at Cardi. I would have flipped on her. And I know me, so I know how I can drag. And I probably would have dragged Ra Ali in a sense, And anybody could have gotten it if they would have said something to Cardi that I did not like. So I never auditioned. Ra never said no. She never said yes because I never sent in the audition tape. But I know this, if they would have said something that I didn't like about Cardi, I would have stood up for Cardi, and I probably would have never been invited back. And I'm just keeping it 100% real. 100% real. I wouldn't have been invited back. They would have said something off the wall. I would have called a couple of bad words would have been shared, and I probably would have had gotten my exit papers that day. So I'm just going to keep it 100% real that I would have not. But it would have been very funny, though. And I had never auditioned. I never did. Let me go to Rod page. I never auditioned. Let me see. Let me go to Rod Ali page. Is she still following Rod? Is she still following me? Okay, she's not following me. Okay, Rod Lee is not following me. Rod Lee is not following me. But I'm looking at it. I don't have no DMs. Only DM that I have from Rod that I just DM'd is I just tagged her in a post. That's it. I just tagged her in a post. I never sent the audition tape. Never sent one. So if I would have sent the audition tape, I would have done that. No, I didn't do anything to Rod. I'm not following Rod, but I did send her. I tagged her. I said I can't wait to hear the Queen to hear her on Station here. That was it. Never sent an audition tape. So all the people that are saying that I audition, you're lying to yourself. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hi, Wiley.
Hey.
How you doing?
All right. Can you speak in the phone? Because you sound far away.
Can you hear me now?
Go ahead.
Sorry, I wanted to kind of piggyback on the last caller. I agree with what she was saying as it related to Mob Radio. Back in 2018.
Oh, hold on. We can't hear you because you sound like far away.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you better.
Okay, so much better. Yeah, back in 2018 when the whole Cardi B saga originally started, Millie was equally dragging Nicki Minaj, Ra Ali, and Cardi B. Now, where the Cardi B hate train came in at, I don't know, and I don't understand. And just like the last caller had stated, it's not so much that she gets on Cardi B for things that is in the news. She more so digs and try and find things to discuss and to talk about Cardi B about. It's like Cardi B had essentially been her topic of conversation every show, every other show, to where it has become draining. To be honest, it seems like she took over Tasha K. You know, like when Tasha K was initially making every story about Cardi B back in 2018, it seemed like Millie took the torch and took the baton from Tasha K and started doing the same thing as it relates to Cardi B. Now, in regards to Meghan, okay, let's not forget that we learned, I think it was the earlier part of this year or the ending of last year, that Meghan had been arrested before, back in 2015, for getting into a fight with her ex-boyfriend because of some type of cheating scandal. Mm. And she even stated herself that she has a temper. Mm. So I think Meghan got a little wasted and got a little bit of aggressive and became the aggressor in the situation that caused the situation that caused them to all be in handcuffs. And that's just my
probably
thought.
So. And I think she was running her mouth, and then she probably could have told Tory Lanez, probably call him a short MF. You know what I'm saying? So, and if you ever disrespect a short man like that and you're taller than him, that's fighting words. That is fighting words.
You as a character. No, but for real, I really think that she got a little wasted and you know, her other side of her came out and she got a little aggressive. Maybe she got a little mouthy and they was popping off in the car. And I really, that's just my thoughts because, yeah, she had been arrested before for some type of domestic violence type of things, you know, for jumping on her ex-boyfriend back in 2015. So I think that maybe her temper got the best of her.
Absolutely. And then they always say like the shorter guys, and this can be a stereotype. They said they have more of aggressive spirit because they're short. You know what I'm saying? They have especially you got a big stout like Meg. You know what I'm saying? Megan is thinking a little bit taller. And I didn't know Tory Lanez was short that. I didn't know. So a lot of short guys I've dealt with have very tempers. They're very outspoken and they go big, and their women disrespect them and call them short. That could be. I can see. Women, when you get drunk, women say a lot. Even men say a lot, but women, oh man, they really speak their mind when they're drunk. And I think that Meghan said some stuff that she had no business probably saying, and he probably went off.
Who's to say that Tory Lanez is the one that fired the gun?
Oh yes.
The only thing they said was that they heard gunshot, and that Tory Lanez was arrested for charges for possessing it in the vehicle, maybe because he was a driver.
Yes.
Maybe because the vehicle was registered in his name. But who is to state that he was the one firing the shot?
Oh yeah, that to be. You're right. Gonna be anyway. Yeah, get into it. You're right. And it's more to this. I just think that it's bad for like Meghan because Meghan have a lot to lose because she just got started in the business. Because I don't think Rock Nation like this type of activity, like these type of problems. Because she is attached to Beyonce and Jay-Z, whether she want to admit it or not. There's Jay-Z signed her. So in reflection, that's a reflection on Beyonce. That's a reflection of Jay-Z. So if she don't stop, she will be losing out, and then she need to be careful because she could be replaced.
Right, but I think it's going to be bad on both sides.
Absolutely.
Yes, Meghan got more to lose, but Tory Lanez has been popping with this whole quarantine radio and stuff like this lately.
Absolutely, yes.
I think it's bad on both sides, especially if he was the aggressor.
Facts. And of course, she can play, a lot she can say because she is a woman. She can get crying, somebody he was aggressive and blah, blah, blah. So we are looking forward to it. To me, we're still talking about this, so which is bad. But man, I'm here for it. Because it was dry in celebrity gossip news. It was dry, but it got a little wet. It got a little wet with this tea.
Man, this is something to talk about.
Yes.
Meghan got arrested.
Yeah.
Tory got arrested, and her best friend got arrested. All from after Cali party.
Yes.
This is something to talk about.
Yes.
We got to get into it.
Yes.
Right now, everything is on the wraps. It's on the hush and hush, but it's going to come loose soon.
It's going to come loose.
It's going to come loose soon.
All right.
It's going to start unraveling real quick.
Thank you so much, Mel, for calling in.
All right. Have a good day.
All right, you too. 6634, calling you on the air.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, I was just going to say that I feel like Mob Radio is not obsessed with Cardi B. I feel like Mob Radio is just not afraid of Cardi B, and she reports on her because nobody else will. And one thing with Mob Radio, she's very insightful. She never comes at a negative manner. She always tries to come and educate you about something when she is discussing blogs. And for Meg, I feel like Meg should have took some time off when her mom passed, because I can't even imagine how she feels losing her mom. And then you got to put on a face for the world while you're hurting. And she's Aquarius, I'm Aquarius, and we do tend to keep our feelings balled up. And when we explode, sometimes it's too late, because when we should have been processing them, we were suppressing them. So I just feel like she should have took some time off. And I pray everything works out for her, because she's really talented and a beautiful girl.
Thank you so very much for calling in, expressing how you feel. Thank you.
Welcome.
All right. So even like to the 200 people that are watching, thank you. And please subscribe to the channel, because we go live every single day. Even if you disagree with what we say, just know maybe tomorrow you will agree, okay? We do allow the viewers to call in. You can call in. We don't have any, we have a show number where you could directly call in, 646-716-8447. So we want to thank you. And also, too, thank you for y'all donations, because y'all keep the show going. We pay for a station. We don't pay for station. We pay for StreamYard, which is $20. and we pay for Blog Talk Radio, which is $40. So we have expenses with the show. So I thank you all for doing that. Wiley need to do the Canon dating list. There are some people on there that will make your draws drop. Oh wow, I definitely need to get into it. But let's make it perfectly clear. Like, if you're still grieving, please grieve, but don't do things that is destructive, because eventually people are going to say, it's definitely crazy if you are, doing all this destructive behavior and you are a celebrity. So if her mom passed, and if you need to get it together, please do it privately and grieve privately, so you don't have to be doing all of this stuff so public. So that's all I had to say about this situation. I want to thank all the callers for calling in. I want to see y'all again on the next video. Thank you to the 200 million people that tuned in. These are very high numbers today. So I thank y'all. Y'all did an incredible work. Thank you so much for the Cash App. Thank you for the super chat as well. Somebody said My Radio Strategic is working. Our views are going up. Just like Michelle ATLN, keep talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta is working for Michelle. Yes. Let me put that comment up there. You did that. Yes. It's about what is working for your platform. Period. This is the main reason why you is telling the truth. Whatever's working, it grows the platform. If you're a celebrity gossip blogger, it's best to talk about celebrity gossip. You have to do what is working. Let me read that again. Mob Radio is strategic. It's working. Her views are going up. Just like Michelle ATLN. Keep talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's working for Michelle. But before Michelle was on that, she wasn't getting no views. Once she started dominating the Real Housewives of Atlanta content, her views went through the roof. Once my radio started talking about Cardi B and Nicki, her views went through the roof. You talk about people that is popping. Period. That is key. You said what I was thinking. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so very much for the donation. Yes. You just talk about what's popping. So today we talked about some good topics, and we are fresh off the whole My Radio conversation when she called in yesterday. If you all did not catch that live, go and catch it. It was lit yesterday. I got a good old time. That show was so lit. I had a good time in that conversation. It was great. So I selling their soul for the love of money. And speaking of even Kaya didn't even go live, so she probably can't go live until like 7 or 8 days. So thank you all so very much. Shout out to that. Thank you for the donation. Shout out for the love. Thank you, Todd. Thank you to everybody that have donated. And thank you also to Casey. Thank you so very much. Also, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you all for that, because we sure need it. Yeah. Oh, yes. Come through. Yeah, the people is coming through. That's what we talk about over here. Yo, somebody said, I think Nick Cannon should have been given a warning or a heads up. Huge mistake to just fire him. Very talented and unproblematic. The fair convention is that did it. Yes, that what did it. Michelle has connection, good or bad. She has content outside of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yes, but the content that she talk about, Real Housewives, that gives her the most views. Let me see if I can. Let me do my fact checking. Give me a sec. Let me fact check. Let me go to Michelle Etienne. Hold on. I'm a fact check. Give me a second. Let me fact check. I'm going on her page. Going to uploads. Then I'm going to go on most popular. So all of it, 2 years ago, Real Housewives of Atlanta. 3 months ago, Apollo This is Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kenya. 2 years ago, Real Housewives of Atlanta, 216K. 3 months ago, Real Housewives of Atlanta, 172. 3 months ago, about Kenya Moore, Real Housewives of Atlanta related, 148,000. 2 months ago, 137K. Real Housewives of Atlanta. 2 weeks ago, Kenya Moore, 120,000. Real Housewives of Atlanta. 2 years ago, 109. 4 days ago, Real Housewives of Atlanta related. No, this is Real Housewives of Atlanta related, 85,000. Nene Leakes called in 2 months ago. Real Housewives of Atlanta, 84. 2 months ago, Real Housewives of Atlanta, 79,000. So if you look at her views, it's what's worth that. Not over there on her platform line and make it up-ish. Was she up there talking about stuff that is relevant? Period. Okay? Okay? That's what you want to say. Thank you all so very much for that. And I love that. Okay. DJ, give us the outro and we out of here. Give us the outro. We about to get up out of here. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to a goal. Make sure y'all click that thumbs up button as well.
Yeah, hope y'all had a good time on the Wiley Show. And as always, hit that cash app at Marquise Wiley 28. That's MARQUISCWILEY 28. Hit us up at PO Box 701122, Dallas, Texas 75370. Follow Wiley on Instagram at Wiley Show. Until then, see you next time.
Yes. All right. Peace.
Hey, hey, hey.